This is a quick video to show you how to use SR-IOV, or single root I/O virtualization, in Windows Server 8 Beta. What I'm showing at the moment is Hyper-V Manager open on JHoward HEDT, which is a standalone box. It's not in a cluster. I have a single virtual machine running on it, which is also running Windows Server 8 Beta. At the moment, it's not using SR-IOV. I've got the networking tab open here for the selected virtual machine. You can see VMQ is active. If I look at Virtual Switch Manager to show you how I've got this machine particularly configured, I've got a single virtual switch called IOV, and we can see that the checkbox for Enable Single Root I/O Virtualization is checked. This is grayed out because you can only enable single root I/O virtualization at the point in time when you create the switch. If I look at the settings for the virtual machine, you notice we have a hardware acceleration tab. At the bottom of the hardware acceleration tab, we have a checkbox to enable SR-IOV. At the moment, this virtual machine is not enabled for SR-IOV. If I look at the virtual machine itself to show you what's happening here, we have exactly as you'd expect previously in Windows Server 2008 R2. Under network adapters, I've got the single software network adapter. It shows as the Microsoft Hyper-V network adapter. Similarly, I've got the network control panel open. We can see a single network adapter, and I've got this virtual machine at the moment doing a ping to a remote machine. So I'm going to drop into PowerShell now and see what happens when we turn SR-IOV on. So rather than doing it through UI, I'm going to do it through PowerShell. So to enable SR-IOV on a virtual network adapter, we use the set VM network adapter. It's hard to type and talk at the same time for the virtual machine. I'm going to turn the IOV weight to a positive value between 1 and 100. Now, as soon as I hit return here, I want you to watch what happens in network adapters over here, in device manager in the virtual machine, and also continue to watch the VM pinging. So now we see that another network adapter device has appeared. In this case, it happens to be an Intel 82599 virtual function has appeared. This is a virtual function. If I go into the properties for this particular device, and look at hardware IDs, we can see the vendor is 8086, which is Intel. So this is a real device that has been projected into this virtual machine. If you've been watching the ping window, you'll notice that the pings have been continuing all along, so the VM has had no interruption to network traffic. And if we look at network connections, it's showing only that we have a single network adapter, this software adapter. It's just that under the covers, what we've done is backed this software network adapter with a virtual function. If we look at the Hyper-V Manager, we can also see that SR-IOV is now active in this virtual machine. So what I'm now going to do is keep PowerShell open and keep the virtual machine open. I'm going to migrate this virtual machine to another physical server. And when I hit enter at this point, I want you to keep an eye on Device Manager over in the virtual machine, and again the pings are going on there. So the first step we do is to remove the virtual function. So now we see that the virtual function has been removed. The virtual machine is still continuing to ping, and the move is continuing. We're getting close now to the period of blackout. We're in the brownout period at the moment, so we're nearly complete. And we've just migrated the virtual machine. We saw the ping take a tiny bit longer. The virtual machine has migrated to another server, and a new virtual function has appeared. Now in this particular target machine, I have a Broadcom physical NIC in it, which is also SR-IOV capable. And we see, if I go into the details for it and look at the hardware ID, we can see it's a different vendor. This is in fact a true Broadcom virtual function. So that's how we do live migration with virtual functions in Hyper-V in Windows Server 8 Beta. The whole time during the migration, the virtual machine is able to continue network connectivity because we always have software-based networking available to the virtual machine.